All right, boys, what is going on? So today, like I said, we are finally going to take this out. Before I get into this at all, I want to say too, I don't know exactly what I'm doing. All the stuff that I've watched to like figure out how to do this swap is from Navi Upgrade. So if you want like an actual real detailed video, go watch his. This is just going to be me, how I put this in and how it works out for me. I'm not going to like really go into, oh, this is what you have to do for this, and that. I'm just going to show you what I do, and that's going to be the brunt of it, basically. So we're going to switch over to the GoPro, put it on my head, and then kind of just start tearing this apart. So like I said, this is like that 4-inch sink, and we're going to be switching it out to the Sync 3, and then I will probably get that update to make it the Sync 3.4, so we have the newest sync. And it's going to be so much better, especially since I had CarPlay on my 2022 Subaru Crosstrek, and it's just very hard to go back to having something like this. And I just really like having the nav. That's like my biggest thing, because I travel a lot and go places. I really like having the nav here, so that's kind of why I'm doing it. And I got a great deal on mine. I paid $390 for the bezel, the touchscreen with the sync, the 8-pin, everything. And then I bought the Navi Upgrade wiring harness because it's plug and play, so I figured it'd be so much easier. And then he also gives you the files to be able to run it, because you have to program your computer to run the Sync 3. You can't just plug and play and that's it. You have to plug into the OBD down there, and then you can start running the Sync 3. So that's what we're going to start doing. So I'm going to start tearing this apart first and then start pulling everything. So let's get into that. All right, so I got this little trim piece. This is actually for my bike. It's a tire lever. So I'm going to try to see if I can use it to like pry all this up. It seems like it might work, it might not, I don't know. All right, I'll show you guys once I get it off, but I'm just going to... Actually, looks like it's starting to come off. Don't break it. Kind of suck. All right, I'm gonna pull the rest of it off, and then we're gonna start pulling the bezel and stuff. All right, now we got this out. We're just gonna take this out, take it off, and then there's one here, one here, one here, and they're all T20s, and then we can start getting this all out. All right, so I removed them all, and I took off the ship ball. Now I'm gonna just pop this up. All right, this is what it looks like. So we're just gonna start disconnecting these and then get this out of the way, and then we can start taking this bezel out finally, and then start getting the new one in. All right, this is what it looks like out. Now we can start taking this bezel out, and then we're almost there, I guess. All right, so all I'm gonna do is just pull this out, and then we're basically done. So this just pulls out, so I'm gonna do that now. Just pulls out. There's a wire there, just unplug it and then set this to the side. All right, now we just got the 1 2 3 4, or yeah, 1 2 3 4, sorry, and this will come out and then we're done. All right, let's hope she slides out, which she did. Now we're just gonna unplug this stuff and then she'll be out. All right, so if you can see it, we're gonna start here, swing this out, pull it out, it'll come out. Okay, and then we're gonna connect into this. All right, so now I got power, which is awesome. Very excited. So we are just gotta connect a few more things, and then we can start getting this back together. All right, so I just fed my hub wires that are gonna connect from here to the hub right here, which goes in here. So yeah, I pop these little tabs up. You gotta undo these and then take off that back cover so you can slide everything up. So that's what we're about to start doing now. All right, those two screws are out. Now I'm gonna come back here, pull on this. I need both my hands, but you just pull it and it comes right out. All right, it's off. So now we're gonna go from the bottom, take the hub out, and then start fishing these wires through to plug into the hub. All right, if you can see it, we got it out. Just gotta unplug it and then plug the new one in. We're gonna have to figure out which one is for the Apple CarPlay, and then we're getting there. This was a pain, honestly, to get this one out. All right, so I got the wires through. We got the new one and the power is connected to it. These are gonna wait for a second. I gotta figure out which one is which, and then I'm gonna start wiring some stuff up there. So I'm gonna figure that out right now. All right, so we came under this box, unplug this, and then we have this one. We're just gonna plug them in to extend this, and then that's done. All right, so now we got our GPS antenna. So we're gonna pull this out again. Set it like this. All right, so we got it set here. Then this little pin has to go down. So you just pop it in, snapped in. I'm gonna take this little sticky side out, and then I'm going to just put it on the top in there. Just try to stick it up there, and then we're done with that part. And then I think we can start putting this back together, because I think basically everything is plugged in now. All right, so this is where we're at right now. Everything is already like mounted, bolted in. Now we're going to connect this right here is going to connect in here, and then we're going to connect our hazard, which is this right here, and that's going to go right there. And then I think we're pretty much done with this, and then we can kind of start wrapping things up, which is awesome. Oh man, I'm getting excited. It's starting to get real. So the hazards work, which is awesome. We have power. See it turn on in a second. We don't have any controls over this right now due to the programming stuff, so we got to program it. But now that it's connected like this, we're gonna have to see, like I said, with the hub for the Apple CarPlay stuff. So that's what I'm about to start messing with now. So hopefully we can get this thing working. All right, so I was messing with the wires, and like this wire only goes in on the right side, and it's saying that my phone is connected, but for whatever reason the Apple CarPlay is not working. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But I'm basically gonna just like tuck this back in, and I'm not gonna like put it all fully in because I don't want to break this taking it out again, and try to figure out like what's going on. I might have to contact the dude over at Navi Upgrade to see what I need to do to get this to work, because I really don't know. Maybe once we load in the program and stuff, maybe this will start working. So I really don't know. We're gonna have to try to see. So I'm just gonna carry on, try to get the rest of this back together, and try to figure that out later. We're gonna take this and start putting this back together, and then yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. And then we can hopefully start figuring out how to get this to work. All right, so we got this all connected. So now I'm gonna put the shift knob back on. So we got our spring, goes like that, and we can start twisting this on. All right, so everything seems good there. Then I can plug my airbag light in. Well, first I've got to screw these in, plug my airbag back in, and then put the trim back on, and I think we're done. All right, we got this reconnected. We're gonna pop this back in, and then you're basically done. All right, so she's back in, and then we're gonna start putting this trim back on, and then we're done. All right, everything is officially back together. So now the only thing is we have to start doing all the programming stuff, because you can't mess with the volume or anything, and this isn't programmed to the car. So I need to get my computer and start downloading all the files that I got from Navi Upgrade, and then we're gonna plug into the OBD and then start downloading everything to this, and then get this going. So then we're done, which is awesome. This wasn't too bad. All right, so I had to download FORScan on here. It doesn't really run on Mac, so I had to get a way to get it to run on the Mac. And then now we're gonna plug this into the OBD and this into the Mac so that I can run it, and then we're going to change a bunch of the modules and stuff to be able to work this, because right now you can't work the sound and stuff. So we're gonna basically rewrite it and then get this to work right. So that's what I'm about to start doing. All right, so I finally got the scanner to work. I was having so many problems because I have a Mac. So somebody on a forum basically said you need to go into the terminal and you need to basically put in a bunch of commands in order to get this to work. So I finally done that, and now it's finally starting to work. So hopefully now we can start programming everything and getting it to work. I was doing this for a while. At first I was trying to download Parallels to run like Windows 11, because I thought maybe I could just download FORScan to that and then run everything. But that was not working. So the terminal thing seems to be working. So hopefully that actually ends up happening. So we're going to try this, and I've already downloaded all the, what's it called? I can't think of it now. But I downloaded everything that I needed to download so it can recognize everything. And now we're supposed to download the A pin. For some reason it's not loading. So hopefully we can get that to load, and then, yeah. Alright, so we're going to run it. Please set to the H. So we got to switch our switch. Switched it over. Hit OK. It'll download. Changing this potentially unsafe. We should be good. Okay, so now we're in there. Alright, so if you can see it now, so we're into the Navi upgrade, so we're going to click on this one. And then it should be American Cars. Let me check that just to make sure. Yeah, so we went into an American. Then we're going to APIN as bit files. And then this one is a non-nav, and I believe standard, but I need to double check that as well. Alright, I lied. It is the HD one with the Sirius. Operation complete. Okay, I think we're good now. Now we're going to click write all. Rewrite the module. Yes. Loading. Please cycle the ignition off and then back on. Ooh, ST, there it is. So cycle it off and then back on. Actually, let me shut it off. Open the door so it'll shut off. Okay. Now cycle it back on. ST, there it is, boy. Ooh, that looks so good. Oh, I'm excited. All right, hit OK. And I think we are good. All right, now we're gonna click on stop. So we're done with that, and now we're gonna go to the next thing. All right, so we're done with that. We went back to configuration and programming. Now we're gonna go to the ACM module configuration as built. Click on that. I believe click on run. Switch to the MS. Okay. Switch it over. Now we can hit OK. Not safe. Hit OK. All right, now we're in. All right, same thing. Backing out, going into downloads. It should be this one again. I'm going to double check that, but it should be this one. Alright, yeah, so same thing as before, ACM, as built files, and then we are going to go to, it should be the HD Radio Sirius CD player one. Running everything, so it says please cycle off and then back on. Cycle off. And I'm going to open it again, shut it off. Alright, turn it back on. Hit OK. And then I think we're done with this. Alright, so now we should hopefully have control of this, which we do. Alright, that's awesome. So let's see. Let's try FM. Let's see if anything will come in. Of course not. Let's see. One. No. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, that's kind of working. Alright, cool. Let's not get copyrighted. Just to show y'all, everything works. Source, sound. This works. These work. Those work. The controls on here work. Let's see. So we're all good. Alright, to update to the 3.4, just gotta go onto here. Download this. Just right here. Go into here. And then you need to get your information. So I'll show you what I mean. So I took a picture. You just need in your settings about sync, the version and the build number. That's going to go in here. And then your region. Just fill this out. Alright, so I uploaded the Sync 3.4 to this now from the computer, from that Cyan Labs. Now I'm going to just plug it in and hope we don't break this thing. So we're about to see what happens. I can get this out. Let's see. Please work. Ooh. Here it goes. Restarting system. Let's hope we don't break this thing. I'm actually super worried. You mean now remove your USB device? Nah. Alright. Should restart. There we go. Come on. That's the coolest thing. The GT500KR. My buddy, his stepdad used to have one, which is actually pretty cool. Same color and everything. It's cool that they put that in here. I like that a lot. Alright, so we're going to just let this do its thing because this is kind of boring. You'll just watch this load. So after this is done, I'll show you how it loads back in. Alright, so it looks like we're good. So I'm going to take this out. Oh no. Oh no. Let's hope she turns back on. I'm definitely worried. Hopefully that was right. Oh. She's turning on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh. That looks good. Heck yeah, we want it. Alright. Dude, this looks so much better. Cool. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's it. Now we can start rocking on this bad boy. Alright, so as you can see, everything is working. My phone is connected. I was trying on see if the music is working and stuff with the Bluetooth and connecting it to here. It's working. The only thing I can't figure out right now is the Apple CarPlay is not working, and I'm not sure why, because it says it was enabled. And I think that's pretty much it. It looks like, at first I was having a problem with the compass, but it looks like after I updated it, it looks like now it's, because at first it wasn't synced. Like you could see it says southwest. At first when I was driving around before I updated it, it was not working right. So hopefully now it's all good to go. Other than that, I just need to figure out the CarPlay stuff. Alright, just to show you guys too, Sync 3.4, so we're all good to go. So like I said, we just got to figure out what's going on with the Apple CarPlay. I'm not sure why it's working, but I think that's going to bring this video to a close. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know some of it was like kind of like showing what I was doing and then other things not really, but I basically was just like, hey, I'm just trying to show you me putting it in. So that's literally like the whole video. So some things might have helped, some things might not have, because it wasn't a complete how-to. But just to let you know, I was having a lot of issues with getting my Mac to run the OBD scanner and then be able to try to like get it to work for plugging it into figure out how to get the sync to work, because I could not get it to program for the longest time. So I was really like trying to fight that for a bit, and I had to find something in one of the forums, and I finally figured it out. But it took a lot of time to figure it out, honestly. So if you have a Mac, just don't even like put this in. Just get a Windows computer. It'll be a lot easier, because Macs, of course, have to be so difficult with everything. And this scanner, for some reason, doesn't seem to want to work with a Mac. It's only made for Windows, and I couldn't find one for a Mac. I'm sure they have one. They have to have one. There's no way they don't, but I couldn't get it to work. Even trying to run parallels and stuff to run Windows on my Mac. The Windows was running on my Mac, but it was not letting me still use that and download the FORScan to it and stuff. So I don't know what's going on, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it wasn't too crazy, but I'm very excited that we finally got this in. I think it looks a lot better. And now, just to show you guys camera too, you can see way bigger camera, which is awesome. And the steering wheel turns with it, which I love. And yeah, so I'm very excited now to get my CarPlay. That's the whole reason why I got this. So hopefully I can get that to work very soon. But if you guys enjoyed, if you can like, comment, subscribe. And we finally got monetized. So if you guys want to support me, I appreciate it. Peace out. See you in the next one.